Now available in paperback and e-readers, Spellbound, A Darker Shade of Black. Get your copy today at your favorite online bookseller. I recently saw a meme on Instagram and Twitter that some black women are posting that shows the reflexive nature as related to the spellbound nature of black women when it comes down to mixed women. And this meme states that don't be so woke that tearing down a black woman is more important to you than re-electing a racist, sexist idiot. And when I take a critical examination of these black women who are posting this meme, they are showing us all how spellbound they are as related to Kamala Harris. Now, your Kamala Harris is one of these biracial women who claims to be black but is not black when you really think about it. Your Kamala Harris was born of a Jamaican father and an Indian mother, and she is not African American ADOS at all. So the whole meme stating don't be so woke that tearing down a black woman is more important to you than re-electing a racist, sexist idiot is just like what black women were trying to do with Meghan Markle back when she married Prince Harry. They're trying to get validation through a covert contract where they give Kamala Harris a pass because she's married to a white man and she has connections to white power through being chosen by Joe Biden to become the Vice President of the United States. And because these black women see Kamala Harris as getting attention from white men and getting approval from white men, they are willing to give her mixed ethnicity a pass and claim her as black because they want to get that validation and approval from white society. Moreover, they believe if they give Kamala Harris a pass for her mixed ethnicity and claim her as black, they will get some sort of validation and approval from a Biden presidency. So what's going on here is a mental manipulation of the black woman who doesn't see that these politicians are manipulating her and playing to her emotions because they know that she wants white validation and she wants to fit into that box that is acceptable to white people. So she'll give this mixed woman a pass and allow her to be accepted as black in black communities because this will allow her to have somebody to claim as black and have somebody that they can get into those white social circles. So when I looked at this meme, it just showed me how spellbound many black women still are and how many just don't see the Okie-Doke that is being played on them with this pick of Kamala Harris. Because your Kamala Harris does not see herself as a black woman. She does not want anything, I believe, to do with black women, just like your Zoe Kravitz wanted nothing to do with black people. And when you look at Kamala Harris's pictures of her family, she has a white husband and she hangs out around white people, but she's going to go and try to pander for the black female vote because she sees black females as gullible and she knows that the spellbound black female will do anything to get white validation and white approval. And if her being picked allows them to create the covert contract where she can get that pass to get that support, she'll go in along with that because she knows this is the fast track to getting the black female vote. Now, if the situation were reversed and this was a black man like myself and I chose a biracial woman to be my vice president, I guarantee you most of these very same black women who are all about Kamala Harris would not want to claim Kamala Harris as black. And due to the reflexive properties of the spellbound black woman, she will say that this biracial black woman is not black, and this biracial woman is not black, and we should call this guy a sellout and an Uncle Tom, and we should want nothing to do with this individual because he is a traitor to his race and he has completely betrayed the black community. But the great irony is that your Kamala Harris is clearly a traitor to the black community, and that's shown in her prosecutorial record where she incarcerated hundreds of thousands of black men and went out here trying to go out here and prosecute black men on the regular. And it's clearly shown in her records that she really has a disdain for black men, like many people who are from the islands in some cases, who mix with other races. They don't see themselves as black American, and they aren't really concerned with issues as related to ADOS or foundational black Americans. So that's why most foundational black Americans or ADOS black Americans have to think critically about who we support, because yes, this person may be claiming black, but are they supporting black people? And are they supporting black people getting tangibles in exchange for their vote? Those are the two critical questions black Americans need to start asking themselves about Kamala Harris. And when I ask those questions, I get answers that tell me this woman is not somebody we should support, because this woman clearly is not about helping out ADOS and foundational black Americans, nor is she interested in helping out ADOS or foundational black Americans having a better quality of life by getting the tangibles we're supposed to get from our politicians as related to the federal and state government, nor is she interested in helping black Americans receive resources from the government in earmarks for the taxes they pay for. And that's why we shouldn't go out here and just run for a candidate, because if we run for a candidate that way, we are showing we haven't learned anything from the mistake we made with Barack Obama, who played like he was black and played to black voters based on his ethnicity and his alleged black identity, but when he came into office, promoted the same white supremacy, and that's the same thing we would get with a Kamala Harris. And we have to stop falling for these Okie-Dokes where they give us a black on the outside candidate, but a candidate who continues to support the same white supremacy. Because if you go out here and vote for a candidate who is black on the outside but promotes the same white supremacy, it's a vote against yourself, and you shouldn't go to vote unless these candidates are looking to promise you and deliver tangible resources back to your community. Because when you go out here to vote for a candidate, you're voting not for a candidate to go out here and beat another candidate. You are voting to get resources for your community and ensure that those resources are delivered to your community. And if they are not providing tangible resources or looking to provide tangible resources, then you need to consider another candidate. And this is something black people need to do. And sadly, many black women are so caught up in their emotions about receiving attention from a white man that they cannot really think critically about what they are supporting. And when I looked at this meme, I said to myself, this is not about being woke. This is about us getting our tangibles. And this is not about tearing down a black woman, because this is not a black woman. This is what white supremacy wants to put in front of you and tell you is a black woman, so that they can continue promoting their same white supremacist narratives to black people. So we are not tearing down a black woman because she doesn't consider herself to be a black woman based on her actions. She only wants to use the black card in order to get attention and votes from gullible black women who don't know any better. And if your argument is it's more important to get Trump, that's not an argument, because your agenda, you had 4 years to go out here and give us an argument of why you should have this job. Because to say, don't be so woke that tearing down a black woman is more important than re-electing a racist, sexist idiot is not an argument. An argument is, I have a plan for America. I have an agenda for America. And my agenda is about including black people economically, empowering black people economically, because telling me that you're not Trump is not an argument, because I can propose, I'm Sean James, I'm not Donald Trump. Should you vote for me? I mean, that's the type of logic that is being presented to you. And you have to sit down and say, hey, this argument is fundamentally flawed, because telling everybody you're not Donald Trump is just not enough to give people incentive to vote for you. Neither is presenting a weak argument saying that you are going to do the same amount of nothing that Donald Trump is doing right now. So when I look at this whole effort to use Kamala Harris to pander to black voters, it shows how weak the left's platform is, and it shows how weak their arguments truly are, and how they really haven't learned anything from 2016 as related to the loss of Hillary Clinton and the loss of the White House to Donald Trump. They still are participating in the same failed approaches and expecting to get a victory in November. And that approach, again, when you do the exact same thing and expect a different result, is called insanity. And it's insane to think you can sit there and just bring out somebody who does not even claim to be black, but claims to be Indian and talks about Indian causes first, and says she has nothing to do with black people second. And it's really insane for black women to sit there and support someone who puts Indians first and Southeast Asians first and puts them last. But when it comes down to Joe Biden, he knows that so many black women are spellbound, and because they want that white validation and white approval, they are not vetting Kamala Harris, and they're not really doing research into her background to see past her creamy white skin. All they're thinking about is her skin tone, and not thinking about the substance of what she would bring to the black community. And this woman has already claimed that she's not going to do anything for black people. And if she's not going to do anything for black people, then what black people need to do is not vote for her or the president who picked her. Now, this video probably isn't going to get monetized, so I'm asking everybody to drop a donation to the Cash App or the Patreon by clicking the links in the description box. And if you could also help out by buying some of the SJS Direct publications by clicking the link to Amazon.com. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and coming to Kindle Unlimited, John Haynes, Dark Succubus. The man who rules the world is tempted by a sultry succubus in this all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get John Haynes, Dark Succubus in paperback or pre-order on Kindle Unlimited today.